In a few short hours, the Round 1 series between the Avs and Coyotes will begin. The Avs, as the 2 seed, are heavily favored, but I wanted to dig into the numbers a little bit deeper and see exactly why, and there were a few surprises inside. I'm Nathan Rudolph with DNVR, and this is By the Numbers. Warning, these numbers were based on the super small sample size of the play-in and round-robin rounds, so any predictions made on them are at your own risk. This isn't going to get too deep into fancy stats. There will be a couple here and there, but for the most part, I just wanted to get a general overview of the numbers of where these teams are at. The three obvious categories there are offense, defense, and goaltending, but let's go ahead and start with offense. So firstly, the Avs average 3 goals a game while Arizona averages 3.5. At first, that surprised me a little bit, thinking of the Avs as the more offensive team. My initial thought here was quality of competition. The Avs played 2 games against St. Louis and Dallas. While they did blow out Dallas, those are 2 teams that like to play low-event hockey and limit scores. And while some of that may indeed be the case, this next stat is one that I think starts to tell the picture a little bit more. The Avs were averaging nearly 38 shots a game, while Arizona was averaging just over 31. Some quick math there puts Arizona shooting over 11%, top 5 of the teams that made it into this playoff bubble, where the Avs are shooting just under 8%, about middle of the pack. For the record, Arizona shot about 8.5% in the regular season, while the Avs shot 10.5%. I know the bubble is very far removed from that, but those numbers just don't seem that sustainable. So, while the goals for per game number is a nice one for Arizona, the missing gaps in the armor start to show up quickly, even when you just look at raw shots. And that continues when you look at the power play as well. The Avs were 25%, very, very solid on the power play, whereas Arizona was just 16.7%. You're going to see in the rest of this video as well. Special teams is not Arizona's friend. When you dig into 5-on-5, it's more of the same. Arizona scored the majority of their goals at 5-on-5, and the Avs scored less than half. That isn't to say the Avs didn't play well, though, because they very much controlled possession at 5-on-5 with a over 56% Corsi, compared to Arizona's brutal 43.7%. So despite Arizona not possessing the puck nearly as much as their opponents, they're still scoring quite a bit on 5-on-5. Again, we see them taking advantage of a high shooting percentage. The high danger chances for each team was about even as well, so really, they're not even getting more high danger chances. They're just shooting a little better. Arizona is a counter-punch team. They spend the majority of the game without the puck, but then get odd man rushes and things like that, and that's where they take advantage. And then they kind of just try to turtle up. So, based on the play-in round, the offense is not the clear-cut advantage, at least I thought it would be, for the Avs going into this series. But the flip side of that is the defense. The Avs simply dominate Arizona in nearly every single defensive category, whether it be goals against per game. The Avs only give up 28 shots per game to Arizona's 40, and even the penalty kill is a significant margin better for the Avs. Pair that down to 5-on-5, and it starts to look even better. Throughout the round robin, the Avs only gave up a single goal at 5-on-5. You look at Fenwick, which is a lot like Corsi. Corsi just being all shot attempts counted and then percented. Fenwick percent is all shots minus the ones that are blocked. So it accounts for the skill of blocking shots, one that Avs defensemen are pretty good at. The Avs sit at 53% Fenwick for, compared to Arizona's just abysmal 40.69%. Nice. So despite Arizona being a team that does not possess the puck a lot, they don't actually block shots well either, as their Fenwick is worse than their Corsi. High danger chances against per game is kind of the same story. Avs give up 7, Arizona gets 7.5. Both teams 1 full chance less than they generate per game. Based on the metrics out there, to me, I struggled to find a single statistic that put Arizona ahead when it came to defense. So through 2 categories, it certainly seems like the Avs should be the significantly better team at 5-on-5, but That was also mostly the case for Nashville, the team that Arizona took out in the play-in round. What is the difference between Colorado and Nashville? Well, a lot of it is goaltending. So I do have to put a huge caveat on these numbers. Obviously, the Avs are the combination of two goaltenders, Francouz and Grubauer, whereas Arizona is strictly Darcy Kuemper. With that being said, the Avs goaltending has combined to be better than Darcy Kuemper, with a higher save percentage overall, and very importantly, a significantly higher save percentage on high danger chances at 5-on-5. Remember, we said both these teams get roughly the same number of high danger chances, so the Avs having a better save percentage there is key. And just to round out the fact that Arizona does not want to mess with special teams, the Avs also a significantly better save percentage there. Things do get a little bit weird when you get into goals saved above average and things like that. Francouz significantly better than Kuemper, Grubauer significantly worse. That game against Vegas obviously knocked him down a little bit. Anyway, you cut this, the only major statistics in which Coyote significantly leads on the Avs is goals per game, and even that is only half a goal. All the underlying numbers point towards the fact that the Avs are very likely to score quite a bit more in this series, and Arizona is likely going to struggle to score as much in this series. Look, I know, there's a reason you play the games because you never know what happens, but on paper, it's pretty clear the Avs have the advantage in round one.